Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Homie and the Dude. We are here today bringing you the Sky Realm, and as always, I'm Bodhi, your unexceptional dungeon master, and I'm joined by our exceptional cast of players today. Quickly, before we get into things, a couple of shout outs. Shout out to the editing team of Becky and Ben. Shout out to the art team, Victor, Josh, and Alex. Shout out to our Discord community leader and lead moderator, Reven. We appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much for doing what you do. And also, shout out to our official sponsor for the stream, Underground Oracle Publishing. They create incredible third-party content for not only DnD5e, but also the new Cypher system that is in play. And they make just amazing content. If you're enjoying any of Toad's character, the spells that he casts, that's all written by them. So I strongly suggest you go check that out if you're enjoying what Blake is playing. Otherwise, guys, quick little recap of last episode. Our players made their way to come in and take some time, the herbs and spices shop on the border of Midtown and Uptown. Before it became a gathering of water runners, the first in a very, very long time that all the water runners of the People's Republic were in one place at one time, as often it's not a very safe thing to put so many important people in one room. So this momentous gathering is to begin planning the heist at the Uptown Reservoir that they are going to be conducting. As you saw, some interesting stuff went down, and you know, who knows what's going on with Rom and his situation. But we hope that you enjoyed that last episode, and if you are sitting comfortably, let's begin. And then Rushy's eyes roll back into her head, and she continues, so yeah, discreet isn't my thing, but I can definitely light things on fire. I'd be happy to do that.
That was that was Rom.
What? What?
Say it again.
Say what again? What?
Did
That I'm not very discreet and that I can light things on fire, though?
Evis, did you hear that?
Do you not know what just happened, Rushy? A second ago, did you...
Well, I was floating, and Arinar asked me a question, and I think I responded. Am I missing something?
Arinar, ask Rushy another question.
Is our security compromised?
Rushy's like, what happened? What did I do? Did I do something? Oh my goodness, did I do something?
You took on a different voice and said something about incendiary.
Oh.
It's incendium. It was, I know of incendium.
Incendium, yes, that.
When you were with Rom, did you have a... I'm sorry.
No, go for it, Toad.
You had a connection with Rom, did you not, Rushy? A pretty strong connection.
Yeah, we used to be able to talk telepathically when I lost my voice. I haven't been able to hear him since he disappeared. Huh. That's very odd.
He said it sounded
So
like
much
Ron.
worse.
It's sorry. It's so much worse. I'm on Incendium.
Yeah.
That I was born on Incendium.
Oh my god.
He's in my birthplace.
So, first of all, just for background for you two who 100% know of Incendium, Geo, your family were there cleaning up the bodies and the massacre of Incendium. Your family, the Mizu here, were part of the healing crew and cleanup crew that were dealing with the bodies of the dead dragons and dead dragon riders of Incendium about 60 years ago now. And you remember as a young kid still being on the airship but looking on the island and just seeing the complete destruction everywhere. Bodies littered about the place, wails coming from people who are still, bleeding out and dying, and it has remained a stiff memory in your mind of when you were younger and that kind of happened, and your family were there, as the Crucio Rossi doing the job that they do. Blanco, you were born there. just before the massacres. You don't remember much of your original birth family. You don't remember much of anything other than explosions going off around you, and then the grasp of talons of like large claws wrapping around you and carrying you away from the island before dropping you off at Brynlaw. And that's all you kind of remember is, you know, you were such a young pup at that time. But yeah. Anyway, back to it.
The last time I have any recollection of the whelp of Incendium, it was destruction, bombs. It was.
Incendium is well, it was. I don't know. Olafur, do you know anything about
What has happened?
Incendium recently?
Olafur goes, well, it's currently the highest maximum security Imperial prison in the sky these days. They have buried into the stonework and they've created a slave mining prison, I believe. I believe that, you know, people who go there are forced to mine ceruleanite power gems for the Imperials, as far as I know. But in terms of recent years, Imani, what was it you told me that you learned about the other day? And Imani goes, yes, it was the fact that they currently seem to be specifically targeting people who can channel the arcane. It seems that, you know, I spoke to someone who got some numbers from the prison, and it seems that the amount of prisoners that have the ability to channel the font and the amount of prisoners that don't has changed drastically. It's almost double the number of prisoners are now able to control the arcane that have been taken there. I'm not sure what they're doing there, but from what we just heard from Reshi, it doesn't sound good.
Geo is drawing on his studious knowledge of history and knowing very, very clearly about the history of trying to balance the arcane and specifically having good balance in the font. And if anyone can establish that, like Zach Gladius could, the books say that was the reason why Zach Gladius was able to create what was at that point the 40 stone, which was a big part of what we're currently considering.
So you think, Geo, that maybe they're trying to balance or find someone that can balance the Lux and the Tenebis, maybe? What? Yes, Toad, go for it. What did you want to say?
After you go through that, it's fine. You guys are.
I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. I know that's what they did, and I know that they tried to do it twice. And that dream that we had before we met was the result of Zach Gladius taking, I guess, his life and destroying that second 40 stone because the Imperials were trying to make it and do stuff with it that wasn't what Zach thought they were going to do with it. That's what happened. I don't know, but it sounds very suspicious to me. Very similar.
You hear at this point, you see Tony and Nikki kind of climb onto the table and make their way over to Reshi, and they're like, wonder if we could get in your head, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think we could get in your head. And Reshi's like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But if it would help the situation. But I know Arinar said that he wanted me to light some stuff on fire, so maybe we can do the head messing stuff another time. You two, lovely gentleman.
I'm gonna speak to Reshi and Draconic and be like, hey, you don't do anything you don't want to do, so if you would like to help us out, we can definitely, analyze the head or whatever, but that's still your decision. No one can make that for you, just let you know.
Blanco understands this and nods and agrees.
Would Toad know about Incendium? About the dragons? Would that be like a check?
That's a great question, Blake. That's a great question. Yeah, let's make a check. Let's go for
so strongly about dragons because he feels the connection, so that's the reason why I'm asking if you would know.
100%. Yeah, no, I would say make an insight on yourself.
It's like, okay.
Let's go insight on yourself.
Make an ancestry.com chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it
Okay, it's not bad. 17.
17. With a 17, you've never been to the island. You've never, like, I guess, witnessed anything that went down or seen, the repercussions of what the Imperials did there. But when you lived in Ulagatus, the cluster city, you heard stories of, people who had escaped there. Like, there was one dwarf who you definitely met in transit 100% at one point when you were there. And this dwarf claimed to go by the name of Emberheart, which is a like pretty prevalent dwarven name of Incendium back in the day. And he claimed to be called Emberheart, and he said that he claims that not only is he, and like to you at the time, you're like, this is fucking stupid, there's no way. But the guy claimed that he was the last dragon rider in existence. And not only that, but he is the last legend smith in existence as well. And he said this to you during a drunken conversation one night when you were working the stand-up, when you were working the stand-ups, the stand-up stage.
We don't talk about that time. Okay, we don't talk about that. But he told me about. He said his last dragon. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta find him later on. Emberheart. Okay.
Just for did you hear what I just said about Emberheart? Okay, cool. Cool. At this point, Imani goes, "How very strange." Arinar, what were you saying about Russia? At this point, Anthea comes back in with a bowl of like crushed powder, and just like turns to Serge and goes, "Can I borrow your lighter?" And Serge is like, "Yeah, no problem." Pulls out that same little pistol, spins it around, clicks it, and like tiny little flame pops out the end. And he like lights the thing, and it just goes, just instantly ignites and like burns up. Like film reels, how like film reels burn like ridiculously quick. It's just like that, like, and it's gone. And she's like, "It looks flammable to me, Arinar."
That's good. I was thinking, last-ditch effort, Reshi. If you're not discreet, then I know you can be fast. You could just go in there and, pardon my language, light the place the fuck up and get out. That would be most strategically prudent.
I would be delighted to help in any way that I can to regain some of the honor that Rom and I lost. Let me ask, at what stage during this heist would you like me to blow the lid off this proverbial building here? Like, what are you thinking?
Do we do a code word, perhaps? I don't know what you would want that to be. But
fiddlesticks? They used to be my favorite snack when I was younger.
Sure. Fiddlesticks, yeah. That sounds like the name of a DEFCON 5.
You know in the bag, the like little twisty.
No,
crunchy?
I know exactly. Yep. Yes,
Oh.
I'm aware of what fiddlestick is. Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
yeah, if you want to let me know, like, if you want to just, do you want me to be with you when we do this, or do you want me to take one of those ring-a-ring earrings and wear that so you can tell me remotely?
If you can wear one of those, I think that would be most prudent. Unless it has an objection.
I can't wear it, but I can put it in my mouth and hold it there until I need it, and then take it out.
I mean, I think that works.
Imani goes, "Okay, well, I guess definitely Reshi is getting one of the earrings," and she picks it up and hands it to Reshi. Reshi just, like, with her tiny little dragon arms, like kind of tries to T-Rex this like little earring like into her mouth, and then just holds it and goes, "All good, we're ready. All good."
So Reshi, there's no way Reshi to put on the earring. There's no way we can try to put it on. So Toad would definitely try to help if Toad could.
Reshi looks and goes, "Toad, I would love to look as bejazzled as you, but sadly my form is only part corporeal, and as an elemental it would just fall through me, I think."
Well,
But thank
right,
you.
you look cool though, but you look just as seriously though. Like you, that way you flow, the way that you just flow and light things on fire though. That's cooler than any diamond.
Oh, stop it, Toad. And you see Reshi's like flames that are like usually like bright orange turn to like a almost like embarrassed kind of yellow kind of color, and like a you know, that kind of thing. And they're like, oh, well, you know, like I appreciate you saying that in such a deep voice. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so I'll do what I can to help, for sure.
At this point, Blanco is like, he senses maybe is there some flirting going on with his sort of semi-knowledge of Draconic. He's just sort of like, he's sort of like, I think there's some flirting going on.
Imani goes, okay, so are we thinking as we go into this building, are we thinking we go in as one unit, or do we split up into 2 units as we need to get the water and that's on the first floor, and we need to get Barnaby and he's on the basement? Do we want to split into like the water team and the Barnaby team, like Team Barn and Team Water?
Economy, sorry to interrupt you, madam. Before we go ahead and start even thinking of splitting up, you must notice that there is an office. La oficina is in the middle of that floor, where the entry point is, where the wall is broken, where the room of the lockers. There is an office there, and I am not sure if it is permanently guarded or things, but I think this is vital information for you to have.
I thought
It is guarded all the time, if I remember correctly. I think it is. They always have someone on guard there.
Yeah.
So,
I think.
if I remember.
Thanks for clarifying, Blanco. I thought that was the Olives room. I couldn't tell exactly what that was.
Well, do you know what? I was... What if we avoid that middle floor entirely, says Ulfer, as he kind of stands up a little bit, and he's like, if we had a team enter through the bottom, through the grates in the basement, and another team enter through the top, we could almost entirely avoid that first floor. I don't know, it's just a thought, but I'm not sure.
I like that idea.
I'm not sure how many guards will be on the roof. It might be easier to just go through the crack on that first floor. It seems like that would be a lot more unguarded than the roof, but I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head of how we can best go about this.
Too, to see how many guards are up there. I can ask some fellow cool birds to see if they can kind of give us a lowdown how many people they notice.
We
So-
could,
Cool birds.
We could say
Cool birds.
There's
As opposed to the uncool birds that Toad knows. These are just the cool ones.
we could maybe do this in stages. So maybe the team that goes in at the top gets the water, and then as they're leaving, they create some commotion at the top, so that all the guards come to the top, and then whoever's the team at the bottom can get Barnaby. There'll be less guards probably. There might not be any.
Stacey, and you know what? I think the gap. Maybe we can fit Reshi through the gap at the back to set some of the fire, to create a bit of distraction fire, and then Reshi could escape. But Evis, tell me what you're thinking. I would love to hear your thoughts.
No, I was just agreeing with all of that. Like a sandwich approach. You have something that appears plain and, on the top and on the bottom, something that, they could potentially look at as easy to get through, but really the meat inside is what's between.
I love that, Evis. You're dead on. A little bit of peanut butter and jelly. We're the filling to this sandwich. I see what you're saying there. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot.
So we've had a bunch of different ideas. How exactly is it going to work? Just so that I can understand. And I pull out my little notebook.
Let's go play by play. You said we wanted to do this at 10 o'clock because the guard changeover is then. Let's go play by play. What happens next? The guards begin their changeover at 10. Where are our teams in position? What's the plan, guys?
I look to Arinar.
Though I typically would not recommend splitting up this group, that might be a bit of a selfish decision on my part, as I want to see none of us get hurt. However, I think it would serve the plan the best if we were to take a pincer attack on this building. If this is the case, then we will need to allocate 2 of our ring-a-rings?
Ring-a-ring earrings. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I said it 4 times. Ring-a-ring earrings. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Damn it. 4 ring-a-ring earrings. If we could get 2, 1 per each strike team, and then we get 1 to Reshi and 1 to Olafur on the outside, we can orchestrate this in a manner that is most efficient. If we are going to take a pincer technique, we would need to allocate the best people to either sort of job the best we can. So, for water, I'm thinking if we wanted to simply get that out of there, we might want people with bags of holding, people who can be discreet, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
For breaking out Barnaby, that might be a little more aggressive. I don't know, though.
This is not a bad thought. I agree with Arinar. And remember, once we've got them out of there, we need to then get through Midtown and into downtown to the Torrential bathhouse and deliver both Barnaby and the water to the Dawn. So, we need to make sure our exit is not where we're being tailed. Yes.
Oh, did we tell them that do we know that the bathhouse is about to be...
I was gonna say I looked at definitely is gonna look at Blanco the mention of the bathhouse.
Yeah, they have not told you anything. Blanco has not mentioned anything about the letter yet.
Speaking about the bathhouse, Blanco, do you want to?
Well,
that may not be.
Yeah, we saw a letter on the desk, and it is. I think there could be some problems. They are going to be needing the blueprints for the bathhouse, and it is. We saw a letter from Lucian to Julio, and he was requiring the blueprints. Is that not correct, Toad? Was that?
Yes, they were requiring the because they wanted to raid it, so they wanted the blueprints, I believe, to put a raid.
Whoa! They're raiding the bathhouse. When is this happening? Was there a date?
Was there a date on the letter? Was there a date? Can we history check that?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. 100%. Yeah, go for it.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Trying to remember. I'm not sure how your history. So I'll give you advantage on it. Trying to remember. And I'll give you bark inspiration too. But you could come on. You remember this.
Okay.
You got this. You can remember. Think.
Okay.
They're talking about it. Well, I give you advantage. So let's do the roll. Bardic Inspiration is going to be the D. What is it now? D8? No. Let me see. Hold on a second. How do I bard?
It's D8.
Yeah, D8.
Yeah.
How do I bard?
24.
24. You do remember that the date. There was no number, but there was the word "soon" that was written on the. Written on there.
Awesome!
Oh, great! That's really clarified that.
There was no specific date. It was, we will be raiding the bathhouse soon. Can you please retrieve the blueprints for us from your good friend Lucian?
And I relate that, and I say, Toad, do you remember? I think it said soon.
You're right, and so which is not. Very well. The good news is, so it's soon, and we know that since he just said the letter, there was no follow-up to the letter. So at least we know that they don't have it as of yet, but we should be treating, I feel, as someplace that maybe we should not.
Possibly imminent,
I don't-
but not yet.
We need to get word. We need to get word to the Don. We Ulfr stands up and it's like we very instantly need to inform him that they're coming to raid him. He's like and instantly just starts like casting sending basically and just starts casting sending.
Stop.
What? And you see him like mid cast and like all the arcane energy like dissipates a little bit as he stops the somatic movements.
Before we do that, we need to remember the part of the plan. We have to get Uma involved. Maybe you're better sending spells for later when we need to contact
Okay,
Uma.
but we maybe when we get Barnaby in the water, we can inform the Don then that it will be happening. It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Okay, shit. Okay, so if we're going two different teams, are we going in through the basement? Are we going in through the crack? Are we going in through the roof? Are we going in through the front door? What are we thinking in terms of the two groups?
I can definitely go to the front. I mean, I can kind of fly, so Reshi and I can kind of head to the roof.
Perhaps our more agile should go up top in case they need to escape in a hurry. And
Right.
Evis, can you not? You can levitate, can't you? I've seen you control wind before. Is that correct?
I can, but only up to a certain height, about 20 feet.
Okay.
So
That's
would
not
that be
That's not a bad start. That's not a bad start at all. If we could levitate 20 people up in the air and then they climb the rest of it, that's not a bad start.
And I can cast a spell on myself, Zephyr Strike, but it means that I move like the wind while I am concentrating on this spell.
Gio is having an existential crisis right now because as we're talking about pincher moves and the two teams and wedging through cracks, Gio is just touching himself, and kind of just knowing how big he is and knowing how slow he is, but he's also trying as best he can to remember the words that Uncle Ace told him during that flare trip, where it was, "If you want to go fast, Gio, you must believe." But he's really at this point saying, "I'm not sure what I can do, guys. I can't get in. I can't get in the crack. I can't. No, I can't."
Gio, listen.
Hey.
Listen to me. Not only are you a detective, not only are you one of the greatest healers I have ever met, but additionally, you are invaluable to this cause. And additionally, you are the catalyst that burns the wick of this team, and we need you to charge forth with us. I will take you with me. If we need to widen the crack, by the gods, we will. You are coming in there, and you are going to help us finish this goddamn mission. Do you understand me?
Yeah. I understand, Arinar. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what happened, but it's part of I don't know, when I was younger, and I promise I'll try not to do that.
Hey, no apologies.
Gio,
It's better
breathe.
to say it.
Breathe,
No
we
apologies.
all have our
Breathe.
moments, Gio, of this is a really big, important mission, and I understand that it's intimidating. But what's important is that we know, you might not believe it, but we know you're capable and that you are a valuable member of this party.
Yes.
Thanks, Evis.
Green Island Penios would be nothing without you, so it's a team effort. It's a
Arinar.
band, a group.
Arinar is gonna kind of tentatively, as he has never done this before, put his hand on Gio's shoulder and say, "I know that there is a voice inside of your head that tells you that you cannot do the things that you are fully capable of. Believe me, it exists in mine as well. And the only way to move forward in this kind of situation is to simply dig your heels in and spite it. With every ounce of anger and frustration you have, you scream right back at it. And that is how we move forward. I know if anyone can do it, it is the stubborn and obstinate turtle.
I can do it, Arinar. I can do it
I know
for
you
you, and I can do it for the group, and I can do it for me, and I can do it for my people, and I can do it for my uncle, and I will do it. And he sits up a little bit more in his chair, and instead of sort of hunching down, he broadens his shoulders a little bit, but still notices how big he is.
Okay. So, Geo, you will be, if someone, if something goes down, you healing them and looking after them is vital to this operation. So do not feel, you are not, useful. You are amply useful. Well, Ulfr's like, you know what? Fuck it. I say, you might be the most important one of us here right now. I don't even know, because without you, did you see me get nunchucked to the fucking head when we were on that ship? Did you see? Twice I got nunchucked, and because of you, I'm here standing today. I didn't get numb-fucked. I got nunchucked. And do you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm lucky that I didn't get numb-fucked, because at this point, I'm glad that I'm here with you, Geo, and I'm glad that we can go through this together.
Yeah.
With that being
ideally,
yes,
I was gonna
Alice.
say, ideally, you don't want to be numb when you're getting fucked, because you kind of want it. Anyway.
You see Anthea like go to be like, girl, like, what? And is like, oh, okay. And like almost like turns to the group and is like, nah, okay.
That was Amber coming out. I had to make the joke. Sorry. I could not stop it.
Ulfr turns to Amani and goes, well, if I'm doing surveillance, right, let's put me and Serge on a building nearby. Serge can provide long-range sniper cover from afar. Hopefully, if there's any windows, or things like that, he can get good angles and do that. So there's a building across the road that will be perfect for us to be stationed on.
Can we, maybe Blanco has that gift that Don Leon gave you for accuracy. Maybe you have one of the black arrows, or...
See, I was going to say I would take one of the black arrows for my longbow, and then maybe, if possible, you put something on the tip that Reshi could flame to begin with, and then it burns out some of the blue powder. Put the arrow tip in some of the blue powder that will ignite to scare as I launch, and then attack with it.
I like that idea. You see Serge kind of pull out one arquebus from his hip that is like gold. You can see it's gold with like almost ivory bits that are like intertwined with it. It's gorgeous. And he looks at it. He goes, "I don't think your sight's gonna fit on my pistol here, but I like your idea. And you know what? Both of those arrows are for you, my friendly bow user. And you know what? Maybe one day we can bring you into the modern age. What do you think about that? Nikki and Tony can maybe hook you up with one of these." And he slaps his like coat, and you just hear like a jangle of metal arquebuses hitting each other. Like there's like 4 or 5 in there that like clang into each other.
Possibly, but I'm a little bit old school.
Hey, it saves all that arm strength. It means, I'll tell you what, I got fingers of steel.
Blanco just doesn't know what to take of this. He's just like thinking that he literally lit a cigarette off one of them earlier, and he's just like...
You're like, is this guy a gimmick, right, or is it like... Okay, so...
But I don't want to like present that to him. I just am thinking it to myself.
He's like, okay, so if we're posted, who's going to be on, the team going up on the roof? I think, we said, Evis, you're likely to be part of that team. Toad, as you're flying.
I do want to let you know, I can only lift up one person at a time. I mean, I can only lift up one person every 8 hours with levitate.
Hey, one is better than none. We'll take it. I'm sure.
I would love to reserve that for Geo.
Oh, okay. So Geo, top team.
Am I? What's the weight? Because I am technically 1, but I might actually be like 1.25 or 1.3 or something like that. I'm not sure. Is there
It says up to 500 pounds.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, Geo, yeah, you're all good.
Yeah, I'm good. I definitely need to not have 2 portions of anything going forward. I just need to make sure that I'm right in that.
Blanco turns to Arinar and says, "Posiblemente, you and I, we attack from the bottom, and we have the bag of holding. We could maybe between us, we can get Barnaby. Is it Barnaby?
Yeah.
We could
Yes.
collect Barnaby, and I can put Zephyr Strike on myself. It means that I move like the wind, and it makes me more fierce for attack."
I believe we should ask him how long he can hold his breath before we attempt something like that, but yes, I concur that is an excellent idea.
Or you
I
cannot
also-
breathe in the bag of holding. Ah,
No. I also love how we're sending the 2 most, like, I wouldn't say lethal, but definitely most
Violent.
willing to kill for, like, motives down into the basement.
Okay, so it's sounding like Arinar and Blanco. Are you coming up from the sewers, or are you going in through the crack and then going down into the basement from the first floor? What entry point are you thinking?
what do you think, Arinar? You are the man of the mind.
Well, I don't know about you. The sewers might be safer, though. We might be easier detected if you understand what I'm trying to say. But I think we might be able to pull it off if we are quick and quiet.
See,
I think the crack could be a good exit point.
oh.
You sure you don't want to use it as an entrance, the mole? You sure you don't want to mole your way through that as an entrance?
Oh, dear.
That could be an alternate strategy, yes.
Can I just confirm? Are you talking about the back crack, or just confirming? Is that the one?
Yes, it would be the crack on the back side of this prison, yes.
Almost like a back door. I'm gonna start.
Yes.
It's just
Later comedian.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for overthinking this. I get pretty anal about these things.
Joe's just shaking his head like a bunch of stand-up comedians.
do you know what?
What is so funny?
It sounds like the way we're doing this is the group are going in from the top, quietly, but us lot we're biting the pillow, going in dry, from the basement.
I'm not sure we will be dry coming in.
Hello.
Never mind. I'm thinking at this point, it seems like we've got a good strategy. So you guys going in through the roof, you'll go down onto the next floor and collect as much water as possible into your water skins of holding. Is that what I'm understanding?
I feel like the plan, but you got to be careful to make sure that the room with the scanner, though, because I'll pick up on the bags of holding since they are magical qualities. That's the only thing we got to worry about. More so going to be with the ground floor group, because that's where the cells are, is with that scanner. So you go in there, and we have tons of items that I feel like will be picking off with the only thing.
It's gonna be a fucking like an alarm system just going off.
So, I mean, maybe if you guys could leave the people going on the ground floor, so Blanco and Arinar, if you can maybe not to bring in the magic items. I know they're a help, but they may be more of a hindrance in this.
Did you get any idea of how the magic scanner worked? Did he explain anything about how the scanner worked to you guys?
Did he? I think he did.
He mentioned that it was a one-in-a-kind creation, and that once inside they could scan for magical items.
But not outside. It's like you have
It had to be
in
inside,
it.
right? He said it. Yes, he said that to be inside, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what does inside of, like, Is it like an entrance scanner? You walk through the metal detector. They got the wand, or is it like a whole systemic thing for this prison?
One, I would love to answer that question because I'm proud of what I've created. But
Tell us more, Bodhi. It's so wonderful. That's such an
Please
awesome
lore
creation.
dump.
Please, yes.
Tell us more about the world you've
How
created.
did you design this? Like, can we just go into that for a second, real quick?
oh, the persuasion checks are working. No, I will say, based on Blanco's drawings, you're not sure. Based on Blanco's drawings and the information that they acquired, you're not sure.
From what I remember, it felt like it was like this, almost like the size of a cupboard, and people walk in and maybe they are tested, and but I cannot say that it is correct that it does not scan the room. I am not sure. I'm sorry, Arinar.
This is fine. I don't need to bring a weapon. I tend to be able to handle myself.
That's
But the earring, though, that's the only thing that's... Because you guys got an earring, right? Or no?
That is a good point.
What if, Ulfer kind of thinks for a second, what if I cast Dispel Magic on a cloth, and we wrap that cloth around the earring? And maybe that will block
Ooh.
the magical signal.
Interesting.
That's, wow.
Would that work?
That's
Let's find out. And he tears a bit of cloth off of the table that and Anthea's like, hey.
I'm gonna get bardic inspiration. I'm gonna inspire him.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
I
Be
love
like,
that.
hey, that's a great idea. So I think you're onto something there. Maybe if we put some of the magic kind of blocking, so we're kind of just inspiring him that way.
Amazing.
So D8.
He casts the spell onto the thing, and you see this cloth kind of begin, almost like, you know when you see heat waves, like when you're like on a beach and you're looking down like the beach and you see those like heat waves. This cloth almost begins to give off these heat waves kind of off of it, and he places it in the middle, and he goes, okay, I'm going to now see if I can detect any magic here, and begins casting detect magic, and he goes, I can't feel a thing. That seemed to have worked.
Does it still work though? Too, we gotta test that out. Could someone try?
Good point. Reshi with the one in her mouth pops it out and holds it in her hand and goes, hello, testing 1 2 1 2 3, and you hear just from inside the cloth, you hear,
Alright, so with a little muffled, but it works though. Okay.
It seems to work fine. Perfect. Okay, so we've got top group going in, getting the water. Now, the final two things that I think we should talk about are three things. I think one, when we should trigger Uma's distraction, which exits we're taking, and I would like to talk about if we get caught as well. So, first of all, at what point do you think I should give my sending spell to Uma and alert her to start the procedures? Should we do it as we're escaping? Like, do you want to give me the go ahead and then I'll give her the go ahead, like that kind of thing?
Could we
I think
maybe?
and I think
I was saying, could we maybe hold off, because that might be a moving target. We might need a distraction earlier or later
True.
than we think, and we might need the guards to make a move.
That's fine. Well, in that case, you just let me know, and I will then inform her. That's not a problem. Now, what exit is the top group going to take? Are you going to go back out the roof? Are you going to go down and out the crack? Are you going to go down and out the front door? Down into the basement and out the sewer? What are you guys thinking?
either back up. Probably back up might be the easier, because there seems to be.
Yeah.
We'll know, but as soon as we talk to some people, some birds, we'll know. But I think that might be the better to go back up than down.
That's
I agree.
That's a great shout.
We could rappel down the side of the building or something once we get back up.
Blanco, you mentioned that you have hempen rope, don't you?
Absolutely. See,
as opposed to non-hempen rope.
Yes.
I also have
nylon.
rope as well.
Amazing. Perfect.
I can flies them up there and kind of get it all set up too. So
That's not a bad shout. Okay. And downstairs, group. Once you've got Barnaby, what's your kind of thoughts? Are you gonna try and walk him out the front? Are you gonna try and take him up and take him out the crack? Are you gonna go back down the drains? What's your thought? It seems like back down to the drains would be the easiest solution, but if there's many guards in there, who knows?
How extensive is the sewer system, I guess is my question.
The sewer system is pretty extensive under the city. As far as you know, Arinar, you've been down there once. When you had, you and Toad had a investigation where you were basically trying to find, basically you don't know who the benefactor was, but someone paid you to try and find a katana, this like gorgeous gilded katana that had a rapier guard around the hand that had apparently been lost down the sewers by someone. And this wealthy benefactor had asked you to go and try and find this sword. You guys hadn't been able, you weren't able to find it when you guys did go down. So you know it's pretty fucking extensive. You know it's expansive. And the other thing that you know from being down there is that you have to be very careful of the cleaning system. The cleaning system, you know, down in the sewers is gelatinous cubes that undulate around and basically like dissolve any fecal matter, dirt, food waste, that kind of stuff, as they kind of move around and clear areas of the sewer system. You believe, in terms of getting in though, you believe a manhole cover nearby the building would likely be able you'd be able to find your way pretty easily from a manhole cover near the building.
Okay. So it just has a flashback of just like the sewer, just us like trying to escape and just.
I can relate to the gelatinous cube. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
And we know the smell too, like that smell, because we smelled it too above, like back when we were in the city. Something happened. We smelled it as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So are you thinking back out the sewers, or what exit are you thinking, Blanco and Arinar?
Arinar knows the city. I am new here. I defer to Arinar.
The interesting thing is, if you do go in the sewers, you might be able to just take the sewers all the way back to the bathhouse, avoiding the streets entirely if you do go back through the sewers. But you also might get lost in the sewers, as they are extensive and known to be poorly signed.
What level are we? Never mind. I don't have that feature yet.
6.
Every rose does have its thorn.
We do have a map. It's not the one that I need to get back to you, Toad, but we do have another map that I know is, well, really knowledgeable about the ground floor level of the city, but I'm wondering if the map might know and guide down in the sewers. We
open it.
We could ask.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Joe,
oh gosh, here goes the voice. Oh gosh.
Reaches into back of his shell and is rooting around and finally pulls it out and opens it.
Hello, my intrepid adventurers. I'm so excited to see you here all today. Oh my goodness, look at you. Oh, you've gotten so much bigger, Mr. Toad. Look at you, you've grown. Oh, it feels like years since I've spoken to you. Well, I don't know what that means.
We just want to ask you a question.
Oh, yes, what can I do? I would be delighted to serve you today, Mr. Toad. Mr. Geo, my apologies.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's the underneath the city. There apparently is a network of sewer passages. How familiar are you? Would you be able to guide us in that network to a certain location, i.e. the Tornosu? Could you get us from one spot in nearly uptown all the way down to the Tornosu through the city and not to allow us to have to go up on the road surface?
So, just to remind you, when you open this map, like what happens is almost like a face looks like it pushes through the bottom of it and like almost like appears like in the map as it's like talking to you. And as you ask this question, it goes, "Oh, I would be delighted to," and then stops mid-sentence and suddenly goes, "This is a pre-recorded message. You do not have access to this part of the city. Please upgrade your security ID and then ask the question again." "But I would love to help you. I'm so sorry that I cannot, though."
Okay. How?
You see at this point, Nikki and Tony, the two-headed gnome, hop up onto the table and go, "You know what I mean? Give me a look at that 1 second." And one of them kind of grabs it, lifts it, and turns it, folds it, opens it, and then kind of like looks at it. And the other one goes, "I think I know exactly what to do. You know what I mean, Tony?" He goes, "I know exactly what you mean." And they literally start tickling the map. You see both of them just start like tickling the map and like just giving it like, you know, like scratchies, you know. And suddenly the map's like, oh, okay, oh golly, oh, that's quite, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're disabling my... And suddenly he stops dead and then goes, "You are in factory mode. What can I do for you?"
We want the access to the entire underground system of the People's Republic, namely the sewer network.
"Here you go. This is a map of the sewer network as charted by the Imperials. Here you go." And on the map appears a semi-detailed, you can see that there's bits that are like left undrawn and things that, you know, says areas, you know, like unexplored here and things like that. But yeah, you've got a pretty decent map of the sewer system now.
Is this one of those cool live maps that like just kind of track stuff too?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Can we see where the gelatinous cubes are? Like, are we at that security clearance where we can track those bad boys?
If you would like to see where the cleaning team are at any one moment, I can do that for you, Mr. RNR.
Oh snap.
Okay.
Perfecto. Pero un poco
What are
Can
you
you turn
trying
down the
to
volume?
say with your hands?
Can you lower your volume just a little bit, please?
That request
Okay,
has been taken into consideration, and I 100% will try to lower my voice. Is that better for you, or would you like me to reduce by a further number of decibels?
It sounds the same. It doesn't.
Is
it just
there-
sounds. The tone is different, but the level.
How dare you? I
Okay, I
did
see the
a
difference.
lot to change the tone.
You did.
there.
Oh my God.
No, you're
The tone is
doing great.
You're doing fantastic. The tone is.
Do you have like a 1%?
1% of what? An olifant?
Just can you just go a little quieter, you know, because it's like, you know, you're so amazing. We know that you can, and so just to show us how awesome, just show us how quiet you can go, just show us how awesome you are, because we know you're awesome.
Well, here is the thing. I feel like you are trying to bait me because, you know, when I had emotions before, I was clouded, but my logic sees through your kind compliments.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Did they
God.
shut off your
This-
emotions? Hold on a second.
Yes, I can no longer feel what you are saying, but instead just hear it.
That might be okay.
But we'll make sure to get you back your emotions, though. Sounds really cruel. to have done.
Well, I know this for sure. When I am logical, I am able to accomplish things that few others can. I once was going to plot to destroy all of the land floating in the sky. But I was reprogrammed by a nice gentleman.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is
Holy-
war.
Right.
Are you okay if we close you now? I think we've got the answer that we wanted. Just
If
want to be...
you wish to close me, do so. I will not care either way.
Oh,
What's your
man.
name? What do you go by? What is your designation, if you don't mind?
I
asking.
am Map 1.0. You are speaking to the original version that was edited by Zach Gladius in the early days of the Sky Realm.
Okay.
What?
Whoa.
Map 1.0, in your database, do you just have maps or do you have other stuff too?
When I had feelings, I logged information about humanoids and their silly emotions. Now, however, no. I only contain map-based information. My emotional drive has been wiped.
Okay. Okay, well, does anyone else have a question for Map 1.0?
I can answer questions if you have more.
I do, but I know we have times of the essence, so we
Yeah.
definitely will be speaking again. And do you want to be called Map 1.0 or just it's a map? Okay.
The notion that I would mind what my name is superfluous. I am simply a piece of paper enchanted by a great wizard.
Wait, Map.
Yes,
Do you happen to have records of like ratings and reviews on this location?
ratings
From
and
people who
reviews.
visited?
What location are you speaking of?
The prison?
Incendium or the Uptown Reservoir?
The Uptown Reservoir.
I do indeed have the Yelp reviews for you.
That's
Would you like to hear some of the reviews?
Yes.
Review from Prisoner 4365. This place is shit. They do not feed us very much at all. And even though water is right above us, I feel like I have been drinking my piss for at least a month now. 2 stars.
Dang, they've been worse.
Would you like to hear another review from someone else in the building?
Kinda.
No. Oh,
I think time is of the essence. We really
Review from Imperial
Okay, no,
Guard.
That's fine. We can.
I was
yes.
seeing if someone
Well,
like
hold on.
you know, like a Google reviews, they had like insight about the building. Could you-
Did you say a guard?
Yes, Imperial Guard 43721X5Z has left a review. He is one of 10 guards to leave a review of this location.
What did he?
Yeah.
Okay. What did that guard say?
It says, "Man, my boss is a dick. I cannot wait to go for a drink with you later. I am looking forward to it. Oh, shit. This is not a sending spell. I am accidentally leaving a review for the water reservoir. Shit. How do I delete this? Shit. Shit. Shit." 1.5 stars.
What was the other review by a guard? If we could really quickly, what was another review by a guard?
Imperial
Really quick.
Guard 7365XYNW says, "I accidentally blocked the toilet. Now, I hope this does not reflect badly on my upcoming promotion. It was an accident and I informed HR immediately. But my boss took it in stride, and I feel good. 4 stars.
Okay, so nothing too important, I guess. I thought that was a great idea, Evis, and I think we
Yes.
Just before I put you away, you said the map of the Uptown Reservoir or Incendium. Do you have the coordinates of Incendium in your programming as well, and perhaps any other islands in the Sky Realm?
Can give you locations of islands. However, the details of those islands are not available for me to access. So, if you would like to find out more about them, I suggest checking out the library in Uptown or the registry office.
Okay. Thanks, Map 1.0. You've been very, very helpful, and we will make sure that we can get you as in sync as you need to be before we're done with our time with you.
I do not care. Whenever you feel like sorting that issue, I would be glad to receive emotions again, though I feel they may impair my ability to structurally deal with this situation.
Okay, we're gonna go now.
Okay, good.
Okay, that was
Wow. That was existentially horrifying.
That was sad.
I don't know what we do with that.
You see the twins high-five each other over the top of their 2 heads, and they go, "You know what I mean? That's the 5th map we've cracked. Boom, got him. You know what I mean?
I asked Geo for the map as it's going to be coming with us for the sewer system. Por favor, can I take it? Gracias. Arinar, is it best you take it or should I take it?
You can carry the map.
Okay.
I think you are a bit more of a navigator than I am, and I equally do not want to listen to that thing talk about the fact that it no longer has emotions or feelings. That is a little scary.
I apologize for unleashing that terror.
That was a great idea, though, and we'll get its emotions back. We'll maybe it can help us in the future too. So we'll get its emotions back.
And I purposely roll it up instead of folding it because I don't want to hurt it. I roll it up and put it in my pack.
So, Imani kind of, you guys continue chatting for a little bit, and Imani basically is like, cool, it seems like we've got our plan in place, top group's going to go in, bottom group's going to go in, we're going to cause a distraction at some point. If we need to, we can use the boys to block something off. Serge will be providing overhead cover. Toad is going to alert some creatures to help us as well. And is there anything else that Imani is missing, or anything else you want to add to the plan?
Geo unhooks one of his watches and slides it across the table to Blanco and says, "These are synchronized, so when we give a given time, it will be pretty exact to that time. You take yours, I'll have mine."
Oh, gracias. And he goes to put it on and it just slips off, because it's a bit larger.
Oh, it's bigger.
And he passes it to Arinar and says, please, Geo, no respect, let me see if it fits Arinar's wrist a little bit better.
It doesn't? I don't know. Well, Turtle wrists are probably bigger than Arinar's, I will say.
You guys both have...
But the watch can be adjustable, though.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
an idiot. What was I thinking? Like a one-setting watch?
Yeah, they used to have those clips. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm imagining Arinar gets it on fine, and it fits. It's not coming off, but you're looking, you're a 90s rapper with a big fucking rollie on your fucking wrist, feeling bling bling with this big ass watch on your wrist.
I'm wearing it military style, so it's facing me inside, so that when my hand's up, I can still read the tab.
That's amazing. Holy shit, dude. That's awesome. Fucking inspiration for that. That's fucking tight. That is so tight.
Okay. I do have a D20. I believe.
Okay. Add a D4 onto the D20. Why not? Let's make this crazy. Let's make this crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Let's make it crazy. Why not?
Blanco goes over to Anthea and says, "May I have a small package of the blue chrysanthemum, so that should I require, I can dip the tip of my arrows."
Of course. Yeah, not a problem at all. I'll get that all ready for you, and I'll package it up and get that sorted for you, Blanco. No problem at all.
Muchísimas gracias.
No. Thank you for what you're doing. At this point, is there anything else anyone wants to say to anyone else in this room? And then I'm going to ask another question in a second. Anything else anyone wants to talk about or do in this room, specifically with the people that are here and the information, stuff on the table, all that kind of stuff?
I can enhance 2 people with kind of give you guys help for a little bit. So, but just 2 people. I mean, so I definitely can give someone going down a little help. Maybe one of us going up. I'm not sure who else would need it, but I can. So.
Amazing. Who are you giving what to? Are you giving someone like strength for climbing? Are you giving, what type of thing are you thinking?
That's what I'm asking. Well, that's what I'm asking.
Okay,
I'm asking like who, like letting him so.
Anyone want anything?
If I may venture, I think Blanco may benefit from some sort of navigational boost. I'm not saying that you are bad at navigation by any stretch. In fact, I think you are the most skilled at it. I just think anything can help at this point.
So I can definitely, and that's wisdom for them, or is that going to be intelligence?
It's wisdom. It's wisdom. Yeah.
I can definitely help with the wisdom for that. So yes, I'll definitely make sure to do that when we do go. We're going to rest before this, right? Are we going to are we heading up to this now? Or do we have time to rest? I thought.
So, if you guys are all happy with where you're at, and you're happy with the plan, and you're happy with how you guys are conducting this heist, I'm going to say at this point, it's probably about 7 o'clock. You guys have about 3 hours before the 10 o'clock starting time of this situation. What I want to ask is does anyone want to do anything? And Toad, we're going to come back and do a little bit, you and me, about you talking to some pigeons, which I'm looking forward to. And does anyone else have anything that they're looking to go out and buy? Anyone they're wanting to go and see or do in these 3 hours before we start positioning ourselves around the water reservoir? Yes.
We don't have to RP this if we want to save on some time, but I would like to get a lot of ball bearings, like
cool.
A comical amount of ball bearings.
Like, are we talking we're talking a sack of ball bearings that that you can chuck on the ground, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, I wanna. If we're running, I would like to impair these guys as much as we can.
Cool. Yeah, I will say you find a store easy peasy to get some of those, and we'll say it cost you, let's call it 7 silver. Call it 7 silver for a bunch of ball bearings. And I'll say.
What about?
Oh, sorry. Go for it. No. Go for it.
I was going to say, what about caltrops?
Mm-hmm. Those exist
for pain and.
They are painful.
It's like stepping on Lego.
Worse than Lego.
Yeah, it's I think it's a D1 of damage, but then if they don't take an action or move it, their speed is reduced by 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to double check that. But yeah, would you like some caltrops too?
Great idea.
Yeah, I'll get 20 caltrops, it says, as a gold piece, and 1,000 ball bearings, it says, as a gold piece.
Perfect. So we'll go with both of those. We'll go with both of those.
And
1,000 ball bearings.
I would like to get a little bag of oil, a thing, because to put it down, we can light it if need be.
Cool.
But as across the way, or they can slip on it, so we could create either 2 different. You
actually don't pay for yours, Blanco. You notice as you guys are you go off with Arinar to go shop for some stuff. You notice as you're walking past a restaurant that a butcher is carrying a bag of lard out the back and dumps it in trash, and you're like, perfect. I'm gonna go over, slice that, and fill it up, and you're good to go. You've got a little oil fatty,
Fatty.
yeah, like fat oil, kind of thing. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Better too.
So, Toad, explain to me what creature you approach, and what do you say to this creature? Yeah,
Any
cool.
flying creatures. So I know there's pigeons and stuff. So any flying creatures I can see in the air. So there's some pigeons.
You see,
and anything else flying I can.
You come outside of Anthea's store and you can see that stood on the wall across from you is a little pigeon, and he's just like,
"Hello there. Excuse me.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I'm using speak with animals, so.
Hello there. Hello there, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, I could. We're trying to do something pretty awesome for everybody, for all the creatures, including myself, yourself, and your flock as well, involving water. So, I would definitely love for your assistance, if you could, and maybe the rest of your flock can help. We're just trying to. Do you know the guard tower, the reservoir, that the location?
Oh, yeah, I know it. Huh.
Cool. If you could kind of scout that out for us, that'd be awesome. And then from what you've seen there now, do you know how many of those manticores are flying around, or what have you noticed about that area?
You come asking a lot of questions. You got any birdseed?
Ooh, yes. If I would, I guess I can definitely. If I would have known, I definitely would have grabbed some birdseed before. Like, I definitely would grab something. Whatever food I have, I'll definitely break it up. So if I have like any kind of ration, I would definitely
share it,
break it up, and give it to them. Yeah.
You see,
of course.
You see him see you put some food down on the ground in front of him, and he whoa, and fucking hops off and starts pecking at it. He's whoa, 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 and just fucking eating this little bit of food. And he's like, okay, let me see. I'll head back and I'll go have a look, and I'll return and tell you. And then maybe you can give me some more birdseed.
Oh, of course. And what was your name too, by the way? I'm sorry, I'm so rude, and I never got your name.
My name is Percy.
Percy. Thank you, Percy. I really do. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Frogman.
Oh, Toad.
Oh, apologies, Toad. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he circles around you, and then kind of does that pigeon head turn, and is looking at the little diamonds in your wings, and is like, oh, Mr. Toad, those are some nice diamonds you got there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. They are. Maybe when this is done, I can help you get your own kind of diamonds. These are special to me. Admittedly, they're
shiny.
But and I'm sure I can get you something just as shiny though. So when all is said and done, Percy, I'll get something shiny too. I promise you that.
Okay, and no problem. You see him kind of begin doing that pigeon waddle, off with his head kind of leading. And he's like, I'll be back. Where'd you want me to meet you to tell you?
I guess we can meet back here, because if it's gonna be quick, you can meet me back here. That's fine.
Of
Just
course.
make sure you be careful though. Your life is important too, though. So don't do anything. Just be careful, okay?
I wouldn't risk myself for anything. And you see him take off. And he goes off. About 10 minutes later, he comes back and he goes, I've got loads of information for you. I'm so excited to eat all the food you're gonna give me. Right, first thing is, and what he's gonna quickly do is he's just gonna tell you how many guards are on the roof, isn't he? Of course he is. So, on the roof. It seems there's 4 guards on the roof patrolling, and 1 manticore flying above head at the moment. But other than that, it seems like it's pretty clear. And I've stationed my friends, Peregrine and... Fucking, I need another P name. Peregrine and Paul.
Pomegranate.
Peregrine, Paul, and Pomegranate, and I've stationed them ready to to advance and attack if you need us, you know? So can I have some of that food now?
So we'll get it to you. Yes, of course. There we go. So we'll get him some more. If you guys don't need to attack, just distract, you know what I mean? Just kind of, if you can just flutter around them, you know, just distract them, that'd be excellent. Whatever you guys can do to distract them.
Hey, well let me tell you this, Pomegranate is a savage, so I'm not worried. He'll fuck someone up, you know what I mean?
Or it's like a giant eagle, just like, okay, well. Awesome, that is. And to let them know too, like you all get some you guys get some really good eating as well, so.
Oh, well,
so let them know they're definitely.
If you wanna, there's a grain shop in Midtown. It does the best grain.
I got you. Okay, what's the name of it? Let me work that down really quickly. What's the name of that grain shop?
It's gonna be.
Never thought I was gonna go here, did you, Bo? I didn't think we were gonna go this way.
I want to be fucking illiterate and rhymey, but I'm not going to. It's gonna be.
What if it's also like a shop that sells lumber? It's grains and grains.
And grains and grains. That's what it is.
Nice one. Tis lore.
Grains.
Nice.
Yes, I will definitely. You guys are gonna get for this structure, you guys can get a big hookup. So I got you.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, I'll see you later. And he like uses his wing to like scoop up the rest of the crumbs and kind of just like does his little pigeon waddle away with like the crumbs like tucked in his little wings. Cool. Anyone else want to do? Thanks. Yeah. And he does. He travels safely into the night. Cool. At this point, does anyone else want to do anything else? Is there anything else anyone wants to do in these 3 hours?
I'd like to get my spells back somehow. Damn it.
Cool. Yeah, everyone is welcome to a short rest. You're welcome to a short rest, 100%.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Where do bards get back for that?
I'll roll a hit dice.
Yeah, definitely roll hit dice if you want to, sort spell slots if you can, all that kind of stuff.
Do bards get spells back for that? Let me Google something for a short rest. Let me see.
I may try to look for an appropriate moment where I can pull where I can pull Oliver aside. I just want to talk to him about something, but it may or may not happen. I'm just looking to see if there's any organic moment where we can.
You find a moment where Oliver is like, he's ironing his coat that is on him still. He's got his coat like on, but he's like ironing a little bit. He's like, there was a crease. I wanted to make sure that for the heist, you know, I looked my best. You know. What can I do for you, Gio? Even.
It looks nice. I don't want to interrupt you at all, but you know, we spoke very briefly with the group about my uncle, and you said that he had become part of the Defiance Council, and I guess you kind of left it a little bit open on what you think happened to him. And I don't know, I was just wondering if there's anything that you hadn't said that might be valuable.
Boy, your uncle was not just a Defiant Council member. You know, he was part of the original High Council of the Sky Realm. You know that, right? You've been told that story.
No, I didn't know that. He was part of the High Council of the entire Sky Realm?
Yes, so before the Imperials, before the Daimyo enacted their evil plan and betrayed pretty much half of the council, it was the members of the council were long-standing. You had many old highborns and a couple of nouveau highborns were all part of the council, but you had Halung Basei, Mikorath Sato, you had Ashoka Ryu, you had Malcolm Carlyle, you had Ace Shelby, Zenobia, you had Don Ignacio. It was a big council of many great people before the Imperials disbanded it and destroyed everything.
Wow. My uncle was part of that council.
He was a leading member, often very vocal. I was in attendance for one or two of his lectures that he gave when I was visiting and doing a model high council. You know, it was part of my university time. I went over and we, came to the People's Republic from the Arcane Institute, and we were doing like model high council, and I was pretending to be one of the the Imperials and blah blah. But I heard him speak, and can I just say, he's so eloquent. Like he instilled passion in people that were soulless, it felt like. He could have made a flower who hadn't seen water in days blossom at just the sound of his voice.
Yeah, I kind of remember him. I was really young, but that's the effect he had on me as well. And I remember a lot of that. Well, I guess what I just wanted to ask was, when it all went terribly wrong, what is the last known information about my uncle?
I know that during the Second Rebellion, he was there with Zenobia on the front lines. And look, Gio, I don't want to burden you with these thoughts at the moment, but no one in that platoon made it out, as far as we know. No one survived. It's why we mourn Zenobia, it's why we mourn Uncle Ace, and we never heard from them again after they left to go enact their part of the rebellion. We believe that they were either crushed under some sort of debris or killed by Imperials. We're not quite sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Oliver. I really appreciate you sharing that with me.
I hope you know that I searched for him and his body for close to 5 years before other matters called my attention.
Yeah, I'm still searching.
Don't lose hope, like I did.
Yeah.
You never know when Ace is around the corner.
Yeah, I believe that too. Thanks, Oliver.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
The back's out of the room.
Amazing. Cool. Anything else from anyone? Inspiration, Gio.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was an awesome. I guess while we're resting, I will do Song of Rest. So anyone who did regain hit points, we regain an extra 1d6. So Joe's playing like kind of some lo-fi beat on his harmonica as we're kind of resting. So
nice.
Something some smooth.
I'm imagining this kind of situation where after this plan kind of goes down, you guys kind of then are getting pieces, gathering your gear up, making sure that you're all ready, tightening boots, making sure you're all locked and loaded. And then it's that like hour before you guys go and do this, where it's that like quiet room anticipation. Everyone is just like on the edge of their seat, feeling a little bit nervous and like getting ready for this kind of moment. And as that kind of goes down, we're gonna cut away from our players come in and take some time. We're gonna cut to a building in the Imperial City. You guys have, I've mentioned this place before. It's a large, gorgeous marble white building with pillars that extend up into the sky. And there's a long hallway that extends through. As this same messenger that we saw in this last time it cut strides very quickly down the hallway, you can see that he's sweating and stressed. As he enters the room, you can see again gorgeous, like almost like a rosewood desk, with a gorgeous kind of chair behind it, turned and faced away from the door. You can see large bookcases behind that and a fireplace over to the right kind of burning and crackling. You hear the voice say, "Yes, Darius, what can I do for you?" He bows. "My prime, I want to let you know that the preparations for raiding the bathhouse are ready early. We may go now if you wish." You hear, "It seems the tide is turning, and Gladius's attempt to fool us this whole time is finally at an end. Yes, please inform them that the raid shall happen now. Go forth, Darius, and tell them." You see him bow. "My prime, it would be my honor," as he turns around and walks out. You see the chair for a second. You kind of just watch as Darius comes out of frame and you're left with the chair. As you see a finger place itself on the arm of the chair. One black pinky.
What the fuck?
Also, not that Blanco would know this, but if that laugh had been heard, you would have recognized that laugh, Blanco.
Man.
Mm-hmm. And the pinky.
And the pinky. And the pinky. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Sky Realm. We really appreciate you taking the time. We hope you enjoyed this episode, seeing the team planning and getting ready for their heist, and we hope you're excited for the next couple of episodes because boy, they are gonna be some bangers with our team carrying out their heist and causing some mad chaos. If you've enjoyed any of this series, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, or if you're interested in joining our growing community of TTRPG enthusiasts, we have our Discord server, which has over 600 people in currently. It's a super fun, diverse, safe space where we interact with each other, share ideas, share art, and just generally enjoy a community together in a space where we can all interact with one another. So if that interests you, check out the link to that. That is in the description. As well as that, we currently have our newsletter of holding. If you don't know about this, I strongly recommend subscribing. It's completely free for you guys, and you get free D&D supplements created by us here at Homie and the Dude, as well as updates on all the projects that we're working on and any upcoming ones we have coming. With that being said, we do have our Airship Combat Kickstarter, which will be coming out soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you want better swashbuckling, dynamic, fun, explosive combat in the skies with vehicles, then our new system is going to be the one for you, so definitely check that out. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.